Are we on? Are we on? I think we're on. I think we are on. Puss. Get the #1 BTC baby all day. Here we go. That'll fucking do. Where's the links at? Where's the links at? Bit of German techno bunker in the hizzo. Faux shizzo. My flow sizzle. Your boy Giga Chad goes hard like a cold nipple. Live, that's live. Get the share. Copy link. Chuck it in the group. Let's fucking go. Real crypto trader. What I want to know is, can that go louder? Can this go louder? It can. All right. Last week we had a bit of Black Label Johnny Walker, and I thought it was dog shit because we've got a bit of a like a bottle holder under the staircase, and there was a fair few that have been forgotten. So I thought I'd remember how bad it tastes. Reminded. This one, not a bad drop actually. Worth a Google, have a look. The first Sanuki. Smells good. Do a cup away. We have our one Mississippi. Oh, Canada. Two Mississippi. Right on. Cheers. That's good. That is good. Single malt Japanese whiskey distilled 2016, bottled 2020. Out of 9,984 bottles, made it onto our doorstep. Right on. This should cool down a little bit. So, let's get these settings going. Let me know if the music's too quiet, too loud, too quiet, and we'll fucking chug on. Happy Friday. Fuck, a bit hard on the throat. I won't be fucking... won't lie to you. At the start of it's delicious. Ooh. Real syrupy, that one. Japanese, eh? Sunuki. Alright, so the last couple weeks. Kano, mate. That's you, is it? Well, enjoy the live, and then we'll pass it on into the group. Bit of group content, mate, because this is what we do. We go on, we find trades, and then set some alerts. When the alerts get hit, I enter the positions, and then with those positions, and I create like a bit of a movie from the live. We find the trade, then another video recorded, enter the trade, another video recorded, manage the trade, another video recorded, exit the trade, put it all together. Beautiful piece of content right there. I've got on the list here, just first go through the altcoin alerts that we've set over the last couple of weeks. So what we were looking for is a trade. This is Bitcoin price, 30 minute. I had Steezy over earlier, and we're looking at that, but what we're looking at here is trades that are either above or under the 200-day moving average. Keep it simple, and then we're trading with small amounts to keep it fun and relatable. So between $100 and $200 USD sizes, so so whatever, $200 to $300 Australian, doesn't really matter. But I'm just having a bit of fun and showing that this trading can be, altcoin trading is still good, and 24-hour markets with probably the world's highest volatility. How could you not like that? So this is Injective. I have an alert for that, for a take profit order, which is that horizontal line there. If we flick over to the trading platform, you can see here, this is the Injective trade. So it's up, $36 or something like that. You use $112 USDT on 7x leverage. So the exchange gives you 7 times your money, and so that ends up being a $784 US dollar trade, about $1,000 Australian. The B is where we entered the trade. So this is a long. It's green. It means it's a long, and we're betting that the price is going to go up from here. So what we had for these conditions is above the 200-day moving average. We drew a range. We had a range low. We had liquidity grab. So these wicks come down and they hit everybody's stop losses. They take everybody's money, and then they shoot back up. Basically, it's just like a PvP market. So it's just like taking money from everybody, basically. But what you can do is acknowledge that that's going to happen. And then when the money is being taken from people, that's when you enter the trade. Instead of entering the trade when you get it, like when you feel like it or when it looks good, like on a popular signal, which most of the NPCs and what are they called? And then we cruise on from there. So cruise down to some of these trades. This is an entry waiting for the horizontal alert to be hit. Nothing there. Short entry on the DXY. You can see the price action ranging. This is on the daily chart. So one candle equals 1 day. You can see that's a very neat range there. So that's been going since the 23rd of June. It's just a long range, and it's hugging underneath the 200-day simple moving average. So what that is it gets all the candles from the last 200 days and then finds the mean or the median of that. The mean or median? Mean. Finds the mean average, and then that line follows that. So reason using the 200-day simple moving average, better ones to use on low time frames and when you're day trading, but this is swing trading. The reason why we using the 200-day simple moving average is because it is the most popular. So what happens when there's something that's the most popular, that means most people are looking at it, and when most people see it, they get signals from it, and then they act on it. So when something hits a 200-day move, see how it's like, look, it touches the 200-day moving average, gets bought up. Touches the 200-day moving average, gets sold. Touches the 200-day moving average, gets rejected. Shit like that. So moving averages, in my opinion, most of the time, depends what you're using them for, but most of the time they're only good if other people are acting on them. You know what I mean? So like self-fulfilling prophecies, all that sort of shit. So for DXY or DYDX, an altcoin that we're looking to short because it's under the 200-day moving average. See these times where like shorting means betting that it's going to go down. So like you can bet it's going to go down there, 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 and you're right, looking to be right again if it comes up, maybe around here. That's why we've got the alert set. That's what that clock is. It's an alert. So when the price goes above that horizontal line, alert triggers on my phone because you've got the TradingView app. And it's hooked to the phone all hours of the night. Bang, and then you can just enter on that. So nothing there. We've got lit. That's a trade that we entered a little while ago. We entered up here, I think it was, betting the price was going to go down. We put a take profit down here somewhere because that was the entry, and that was where it entered a liquidity zone right there. So we thought there's going to be a lot of price action support. So we can flick over to here where it is, and we go to lit, which is the altcoin that we're just talking about. Lit, and you can see here, so it was like short there, so basically on this candle, so right at the top, bet this price is going to go down, and then we put that sell order there, bet that was price is going to go up from here, possibly high percentage chance, so it went boom boom. So using $100, you got 95 bucks from that. Realize that means we took the profit there, and then we've let this rest ride, and then when it comes up and hits break even, then we only get that. If it doesn't hit break even, continues down, then the trade continues. So that's what we do about 70% take profit as planned, and then have fun with the other 30%, let it ride or whatnot, pending current market conditions. So we could talk about the trades that are already on all night, but that's going to be no use to anybody. We've got XRP looking for a long, wanted to come down, sweep this liquidity. See, look at all these entries, like enter here, betting the price is going to go up on a long because it's above the 200-day moving average, and then bang, you get massively green candle to the moon, and then you probably fucking hang on to it and ride it all the way down. No, you don't. You sell it up here because of previous price action that you would have looked like here. You would have been like bang, you would have seen these two pivot points, boom, boom. You would have put a sell order right there, and it would have been filled perfectly. You would have been cheering, happy days, all that shit. So waves, what are we looking for here? We're looking for a short, hasn't been hit. Tomo, looking for a long. So look, betting the price go up here, above the moving average. Looking for it to hit range lows, hasn't. So nothing there. Entry Rune, strongest of them all. Altcoin's been on an absolute fucking tear. So if you entered around here when it was blue bar and volatility, so like a really, really obvious easy signal that I didn't see. Massive blue bars, stochastic crossover, the volatility contracts, and then it's mathematically inevitable that it expands. So that's that was an easy one that I wasn't there for. So bullets, so you put fucking money on that. 121%. Without any leverage. So imagine if you 5x, 7x that, you probably 8 times, 10 times your money in a couple of weeks. So that was a fucking easy, obvious one, but we were probably in Bali, I think. I was in Bali then. It's not an excuse, it's a cause. Yeah, we looked at that. BCH, where's that? Oh, we had an entry to enter a long when it broke the top of this trend line, and it did that, and we didn't enter for whatever reason, so missed that. And set this one around here looking for an entry down here, but so strong that you didn't get it. So hey, can't be mad that you missed some cash, can you? Because there's plenty more getting around. So I'll have a quick look It'll fucking take ages, but we'll have a quick look at some altcoins. Might just flick through the Bitcoin first. Just have a little just a reiteration of what posted in the group the other day. A fucking raging headache. Did a steam sauna today, and cooked my brain. Been aching ever since. So this is a weekly chart on Bitcoin. One candle equals 1 week. This is what it's been doing for the last this many weeks. 490 days from arrow base to arrowhead. We've got weeks. I labeled some weeks here, so move this a bit. You can see 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. So you get like these moves where it's like low volatility. Done some circles here, it crosses back down below the moving average on the volatility meter, basically. BBWP, Bollinger Band Width Percentile, measures volatility, expansion and contraction. You go 1 to 8, 1 to 9, expansion, you know what I mean? Like 1 to 8, expansion, 1 to 9, expansion, 1 to 8, expansion, 1 to 8, expansion, and then coming up to 8 now. So it's like price contracts for 8 weeks. That's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 weeks. And it's just sort of just like the cyclical nature. It seems like it's about 8 weeks until people get bored, take the wrong side of the trade, and then get wrecked. This is looking pretty bullish. You got weekly crossover. It's bullish. Volatility is contracting again. Green candles are starting to engulf, so it's sort of like you can't hide the buy pressure. There's buy pressure going on right now. It's like if it was going to go down, it's probably going to go down hard. You might see something like this here. So it's like starts to sort of grind up and then drops off the cliff. Definitely could do that. You can flick over to our other chart, the famous one. We've got liquidity zone. You've got a knot. So this has been many weeks since March, basically, where it goes up, grabs liquidity, down, grabs liquidity, up, grabs liquidity, down, grabs liquidity. Can't untie the knot. That's what the knot's there for. Can't untie it. So had 1 attempt, had 2 attempt. So it's basically just like as long as the knot holds strong, then you're bullish and you think it's going to go higher. And then once the knot gets broken, so like a little bit of knot untying and then maybe a retest. I remember you. Goodbye. Come back down here, and then you just start looking for stop losses around these areas. But you're looking at like large macro picture. That's why we flick over to the SPX, SP 500, American stock market, top American 500 stocks. I don't know if I like that one. Maybe it's just because it's Japanese. I do like the Japanese people. But what's saying Kano, mate? Kano. Straight from the bottle, brother. So American stock market sort of just like still up. It's made a lower high there, sort of like a tight trend line. It's like so much like recession looming talk. I'm not going to get into macro and all that shit. We'll just stay cold hard technical analysis, numbers and charts. But the S&P 500 obviously is directly correlated to the crypto market, because crypto is basically an extension of the tech industry, high risk, high volatility extension of the American tech industry. So when American techs, NASDAQ, for example, if this starts breaking down, even though this is just held up by basically like Nvidia and fucking whatever it is, not Disney. But once this starts breaking down, Bitcoin sort of just like money gets sucked up from everything, probably goes into bonds and dollar. Look over to the US dollar, you can see it's just basically had 1, 2, 3, not basically, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks of green in the US dollar. So the US dollar is ultimately strong. This is the DXY, so it's a US dollar against a basket of other currencies. We've had a range here that we've been following for ages, so it's like looking for downtrend, high, low, lower high, lower high, lower low, and then yeah, whatever it was, 11 weeks of just fucking straight up. Above here, risk assets get wrecked. So obviously it's got a hold. It's like gravestoning. Inverted hammer. Whatever the fuck it is. Inverted hammer. Which is actually a bearish candle. Because I think the week's nearly over. So price action tried to make new highs and hold. But just before the weekend. Coming into the weekend, as we know, Wall Street loves, and that's, you know, that's who's trading the dollar. Wall Street love to dump, not take any risks while they're away from their computer. You know what I mean? Like, say, picture yourself at Wall Street, and then you fucking sell. You got 2 days off coming. You got the weekend coming. You're gonna go enjoy the time on the yacht with a couple of hopefully overaged teens. And you want to sell your positions. The last thing you want to be doing is thinking about your position, so you dump, and then obviously that shows a bit of weakness. We'll see if it reclaims this range. That'll be a bit bearish. Yeah, fucking alright. So boots. We'll look for a couple of altcoin trades, and then I'm going to go to the stocks, Australian stocks, and I'm going to compare Woolworths and Coles, just out of fuckery. So we go watch list. We've got ByBit. Like we said, we need to this is the Binance ones. ByBit perp. We need to add a couple and remove a couple from this list, because these are all altcoins. Some of these altcoins are fucking. Oh well, you'd see they wouldn't have the reading. They wouldn't have the numbers next to it if they were gone. I think I deleted those, but there's a couple missing. So you can trade a few new things on ByBit that we don't have. So I'm going to, I think, because we've got, so that for last 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we took up some shorts, which were nice. We've cashed in all of them except for SFP. There's SFP. SFP was a short. Which I'm not super. I personally want to just. If I was trading this with like a proper account, not just like mucking around and doing it and having fun on the stream. Hey, Paulie, brother, my man. I would fucking probably just take profit here. You know what I mean? Because we've used 150 bucks. It's like 78% there. So I'd be like, yeah, because this is in an uptrend, so it's against the trend move. Is obviously a nice entry. You can see the SF, the short. So even though this is a fun account, trying to like pass on good fucking technique, good procedure, and as you can see, we put at the mean of this range area, sort of here, we put a take profit there, which is like 400% trade, which is massive, and it's wrong, really. I mean, this is like, obviously, clearly, there's like the range right there, and it's at range lows right now. So this is like the top this is a distribution. This is a distribution zone, distribution range, but maybe it's not, because, you know, it's in an uptrend. Yeah, high, lower, low, high, low, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. So it's an uptrend. So I'm guessing that we are guessing that this is the top of the trend, which is very, very risky and fucking, cheers, Paulie. It's risky and unethical behavior, because African kids are mining and all that shit. So flick through some altcoins. We'll find. So I've got from these lives, we've got we had 4 shorts, 3 longs. 1 short was finished, posted a video of it. The other 3 are still going. The other 3 longs are still going. So cruise down. We'll look for something. So what we want to see here is a clear and obvious range, and then we'll get to Coles and Woolies. How long's this been going so far? 20 minutes. That's all good. So what we're looking for, one, you sort of got to know how to find a range. So a range is like most pivot points, basically, to the top side. So range, what the fuck's going on here? Wait, let me put it there. Oh, magnet's on. So range trading 101 is, it's just like most pivot points, and then recognize the bull and bear traps. So that's a bear trap, that's a bull trap. And as we've shown many times before, if I flicked over and checked the liquidations on this, you'll see like, oh yeah, that just took $1 million from people. Oh yeah, that just took $2 million from people over a period of a week. So it's just like it goes through these ranges. Bang, bang, bang. Then what? Bang, bang, and then breaks, and then obviously it doesn't go backwards, but like, you know what I mean? Bangs, retest, comes, like it takes a bit. This is one of the biggest things like that. That like one of those like red pill Morpheus moments where a couple years ago or whenever it was just like always looking for the big hit, the big cash cow that breaks a range and continues on. But like if you just assume a range is going to continue until you're proven wrong, it's like, okay, this obviously you don't really have the data to know this is a range yet really, but let's just pretend you got resistance here and you go like, okay, I'm betting this is going to go down, right, betting this is a range low, and betting this is going to go up, right. You probably zoom out and you get some, there you go, see, you get some previous price action. You can definitely carry this on. See, anyways, we've got some previous price action here basically. So you got some data, you've got some support here, so you know that this is a fucking, say what I said last week is that these don't have to be perfect because people aren't perfect, and people are the people that are trading this fucking shit. So people are the people, and there's a lot of bots trading this shit obviously, but they're there to mimic people. So, you know, a person tells the bot how to trade, yeah? So that bot then is replicating a person, and that person is probably shit. So up, yeah, you got data, you got data. So let's just say we're here. You bet the price is going to go down, bet the price is going to go up. Maybe you've got some data from here. Yep, sell orders here, bet it's going to go down, bet it's going to go up. Like, fuck me. You know what I mean? Should we take a long here? Trying to do a thing where we bet longs on uptrends, yeah, because there's only, as we've seen last week, there's only about 20 out of 160 coins that are above this moving average. And some people think, cheers, yeah, with a bit of melted ice, that's actually not a bad drop. This is the under the stairs collection. The first Sanuki, apparently $500. Don't know whose that is, probably mine. Dog shit, $40. Haven't had any. Hated it last week, $50. Dimple uncracked, $80. It's not a flex, this is under the stairs, cheap shit. Yep, so we'll get into that once a week. Once a week. Wouldn't lie to you. 1 inch, see, dog shit, hoping that it bounced up. What we want to see, right, is for a short, we want to see this. I want to see the price like that. I want to see the price right there. Just like ready to do that. And then we'll look into it more. We'll look at liquidations, funding rates, all that shit. So I want to do, actually going to zoom in. So this is the 1 day chart. We're going to go to 12-hour chart. So that means it's twice as zoomed in. So we can see twice as much. See twice as much. So I'm just going to pump through this. Then, like, you know, the 200 moving average doesn't really become as important there. But I'm just looking for range highs or range lows, basically. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Because the thing with the daily charts is they take so fucking long. Like most of these trades that I've got going on right now for these live streams and shit, because like when I'm actually trading properly, like fully focused, doing nothing else but trading, it's like 15 minute chart, 5 minute chart, like bang, enter, 4 hours later, exit, trade's done, shit like that. This, where like the average mum dad investor or swing trader or somebody that just jumps on to have a bit of fun and doesn't have any time or something, wants to just like buy something, forget about it, jump back on another time, like in a couple of weeks, whatever. That's why we're doing the 1 day. But fuck, daily chart, man, it just takes so long to play out. So we'll zoom in a little bit on the 12 hour. We'll see if we can see anything. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of lows. Wouldn't mind longer than that, but anyways, we'll keep going. Most of these altcoins are fucking trash. You know that. Aave, super strong. Love the technology. Who doesn't like decentralized loaning platforms where you put up collateral and then you take loans? I wouldn't mind that, you know, if it was down here. Again, I'm gonna not spend too much time doing this, so we'll see how far we get. Oh, this is the one we got to set the alert for. See if this red candle overstretched and was like down here right now, 100% would enter. I would 100% enter, and it would be nice because it would be probably a large leverage. It'd be about 13%. What's that? 100 divided by 13, that's 7-ish. 7 point something. So it'd be 7x leverage. Not too bad. Maybe a little bit more, move 6x leverage and put the stop loss a bit down. See, a lot of these altcoins are curling. So rounded bottoms pays the bills. That's the saying. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. But at the same time, it's been in a fucking downtrend for how long? Like, why would you want to have a bit of this have a bit of this reality for you? Ready? I feel, you know what I mean, like you shouldn't laugh at people, but since February this year, this coin Algorand, which if you were around about maybe 2 years ago when Algorand was making headlines in the crypto space for being a, let's think, like I don't know, well-known, well-educated CEO, lots of money, lots of investors, all that sort of shit, potential Ethereum killer, because nobody can kill it. And then for the last this many months, 7 or 8 months, it's been just fucking straight down. So what's happened here, alright, so we'll just do a quick RIP to the fallen homies bank accounts, is that people along this way, for every seller, there's been a buyer. So for everybody that's sold, they've sold it to somebody who thinks it's going up. And you know, most of these people, right, that are selling this are the people that made the coin. Yeah, because it's fucking thin air. What do you say in Congress? Crypto bros make money out of thin air. If I can find that. Crypto bros are making money out of thin air. Scenario, I made Algorand. I made 100 million tokens out of thin air on the Ethereum blockchain, or on the new Algorand blockchain. How long did that take? Probably pay somebody maybe 10 grand to fucking blockchain backend engineer 10 grand to create it. And then what you do, right, is you just fucking sell it a certain amount every single week, and you're literally just getting paid for something that you paid 10 grand to make. But anyways, off topic here. Just like, it's sad. It's sad. So, fucking moving on. Downtrend. 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 So if they're in a down, fuck me. So we drew a trend on this ant. Wouldn't have the balls to short it. See, it's making new highs. It's making highs that it hasn't made in fucking 2 years. Last time it was this high was April 2022. All this has done is gone up. Yeah, so like I'm not going to bet against it. And it's not down, so I'm not going to bet on it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not getting it for a discount. We've got an alert set there, which is probably a bit, move it up a little bit. It's a bit, hopeful. This stream ain't end until the drink's finished. keep boosting through, looking for something that is either in a downtrend making range highs or in an uptrend making range lows. I want to catch people off guard. I want to catch people that are stuck in a trade. I want the easy money. And that's another thing that I'll point out is that when you've got 160 altcoins at your disposal, you can fucking just like take your pick sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're just trading one asset. Oh yeah, there's the camera. You're not just trading one asset, right? So it's just like you've got a choice of 150, 160 coins that are the highest volatility assets in the world. They trade 24/7. You don't barely need fuck all KYC. Like, it's ridiculous, honestly. It's ridiculous. The reason why everybody sucks at it is because either they hold on for way too long or they use too much leverage, you know what I mean? So you just don't do that. And then, fucking hell, BICO. So that's like a short squeeze. I don't think the percentage is that high though. How much is that? Oh yeah, well that's pretty high. So we'll have a little bit of a look at this one and we'll show you. Bear with me, won't be a sec. Just whip up the old funding rate. See if it has BICO. Just want to show you because we haven't showed you yet. Yep, BICO. Scroll down. Biconomy. Is that what it is? Biconomy futures market data. And you can see, right? So what was happening was there was a volatility contraction, and the order book was thin. So that means there's fuck all sell orders. So all you got to do is put in maybe, oh, I've put in a fucking $1 million here, but you know, if you do it on the right exchange at the right time, you can move a price like never seen before. I've moved a shitcoin like heaps with like 10 grand. Like I've moved a shitcoin like 50% or something at the right time, accidentally. You know, I'm not doing what these guys are doing. Accidentally, I was like, holy fuck! Just market ordered that. Whoops! Like it was a bad idea. So funding rate. Heavily negative. So, oh, and the positive here actually is flipped. So more people are longing, more people are betting that the price is going to go up right here than there are betting people that are going to go down. So let's have a look at liquidations. See if some people got wrecked. Not that many actually. 50, 30 grand. This is just 1 hour, so we'll just flip it to the day. No, meh. We've seen big army. 150k both ends. What the fuck? Oh, they must have been longing it on the way or shorting it on the way. So this is 160k, 150k liquidations in one day, which means that what happens was, if you can see this anyways, what happens is they started sending it up probably slowly, and people were shorting it on the way. So people started realizing that it was breaking above the range. They started shorting it. And then it sent even higher and hit all the liquidations. So not only did it hit all the stop losses that were above here, liquidated them, but it also went higher along the way while people were shorting it. So this is like an emotion. This coin's like an emotional girlfriend that you don't want anything to do with. Moving on, that's what we do with chicks too. You know what I mean? And they do to us. And they do us because some dudes are very, very sad. Moving on. Yeah, see, a little bit of melted ice. $100 sips in 100 minutes. Oh, what's this? Compound. So I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. Into the daily and see what's going on here. Fuck, that's a monster range really, isn't it? Look, drag this long. So from a daily chart perspective, I'd probably want to short it like up here and that. But Yeah, see, the ones that make you think too much are the ones that you don't want to touch. We'll just have a quick little look and see what the compound bumps. I don't know if we will find any altcoins to trade this week, to be honest with you, because one, I'm starting to get a little bit of impatient, and two, the market's a bit fucking weird, and three, I don't really have the patience. Yeah, well, what I just said basically is getting a bit impatient and that. So compound, massive open interest increase, 25 million up to 48 million. Steezy, what's going on if you're still there, brother? Cheers to you and your new life decisions, mate. 100% back here. Liquidation, see if compound's taken anything on this up. Smashed a couple of shorts in 1 hour, so it's ugly, isn't it? But fucking hell. Yeah, to the week, see if we can aggregate this a little bit. Fucking hell, there's a lot of money still moving around in compound derivatives. So 5 million lost, 2 million lost, 5 million lost. I'm just not gonna, like, I wouldn't bet against this because, well, like, many reasons, but you know what I mean, like a bit of a channel break, steep descending channel, breaks, contracts, and then expands, comes up. It's a bit weird looking at the 12-hour chart because that's really not, the moving average sort of means fuck all like what we've been doing in the previous week. So I might, that looks very shortable actually, but a very important thing to remember, like in with altcoins like this, is what are you betting on? So if we short this right now and we bet that it's going to go down, so if we bet this is going to go down, what are we betting on? We're betting on new lows. So yeah, it makes new lows once, twice, thrice. It's made 3 new lows in the space of a year. So what we're betting on here is that it's going to make the fourth new low in 9 months. So that's sort of like, it's getting a bit too serious for us, you know what I mean? Like, it's getting a bit too, we want to see shit that is out of place. You know what I mean? You want to see altcoins because, like I said before, we've got 150 altcoins that are doing mostly the same shit, but sometimes different shit. And you want to look for ones that are like, oh, that's abnormally out of place. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that has no business there. Like this, maybe even. Dusk. You know what I mean? So, like, for Dusk, you've got a parallel channel going down. Just like this. You can see it. Dusk. Something I prepared earlier, not really. Dusk. What is Dusk? I feel like I know Dusk. Dusk is on a random blockchain that nobody gives a fuck about. Let's see if I'm right. Remember, there's fucking 3,000. See, this is how to get a Telegram link of your choice. Still haven't found that. I'm fucking sick of it taking me to that, honestly. Doing me fucking head in. So, Dusk. I feel like Dusk, you know, remembering that there's fucking 3,000 something altcoins. This is rank 395th in terms of market cap. Dusk is on, no, it's on Ethereum. I was wrong. I don't know what the fuck this is, nor do I care. If we flick over to Dusk, I feel like it's sort of out of place. You know what I mean? It's trying to break above a parallel channel. Yeah, congrats. Maybe, but probably most likely a bull trap, because look, this is the sort of, this is the anterior to what I was saying earlier, is like this is following something that has continuously happened. So break above the channel, break above the channel. Well, this is just where I drew the channel, yeah. So I mean, I could draw it wherever, but like, yep, no, yep, no, yep, kind of no, yep. You know what I mean? And the reason for this again is like through this time, which is 12-hour chart, so one candle equals 12 hours. So through this time, from here to here, is 10 days, 10 and a half days. So over 10 and a half days, people come in and they go, I bet this is going to go down lower because it's at channel highs. It's just had a liquidity grab, yada, yada, yada. I bet this is going to go down. So most likely the funding rate would show that this was mostly negative through this period. Most people betting the price is going to go down. And like I was saying earlier, is like, what do people, I've got a World of Warcraft microphone here in front of me, so I've got to speak Orcish to turn it down. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's for the horde. So job's done. All that sort of shit. So what you got to bet on here is, so what these people are betting on with high leverage, like I was saying before, is that 5% range. So people like come in here, they bet the price is going to go down further because look how like the average simpleton comes in and says range high, range low, been skidding along it for fucking months, August or a month or two, come up, range high, make bull trap. Okay, it's obviously going to come down to here and skid along it again. But guess what? Your stop loss is hit because most people are greedy and fucking itchy fucking inside of the schnozzy here. Please excuse me. I've got a fucking schnoz that takes about as much attention as me misses. Cheers to you, honey. And this one's like the betting is just going to continue down because it's easy and it's obvious, but it hasn't. So I don't mind that for a short. We'll zoom out to the daily, and it's just so much on a downtrend. So I am going to short dusk after this stream. Dusk. Short. All right, so this is what we're shorting. It up. Yeah, it's been 47 minutes, so we'll jump onto Coles and Woolworths, and then I'll fuck off and do something funner. So a little bit of like a range high, and then like a little bit higher, piss everybody off that's taking shorts. We'll have a little look. I already basically committed to shorting that before. Fuck me, what am I pressing? The old, what's it called? The first Sanuki. The first Sanuki. Getting at me, boys. I don't drink much. Just once every weekend. So, not crazy open interest, but it's been steady. Let's see if I was right about the funding rate. Nope. Of course, it fucking makes me a liar. So the funding rate's just basically been up and green, which is strange. When it does this sort of shit, it's sort of like really like beyond my I'm not gonna say understanding because that's too easy. Beyond my understanding, basically, this shit. Because it's just fucking like basically the same funding rate. It's capped. It's almost like somebody's doing a carry trade. So just basically soaking up the fucking funding rate. But who would do that on a high vol asset? I don't know. I just don't know. This has been downtrending for ages. Obviously, you can see here. Now that I'm looking at it on a different fucking scope. Look how many starting around. Don't care. Lower low, lower high. Let's fucking short it. We'll see what happens. Liquidations, has it done any? A couple of good long liquidations would be nice. It's done fuck all. This is a strange coin to trade. I haven't seen anything good on here that I want to see, especially not the funding rate. Very, very weird, but I'm probably going to do it because I'm ready to move on from looking for altcoins, honestly. What is this? Dusk. So we'll look at DYDX. I think I had I've got a fucking short short alert set for up here when it hits this again.
you'd probably long this. You'd probably long this, basically. But that's not the strat. The strat is to deal with the 200-day simple moving average because it's the most looked at simple moving average, and that is a basis for a trade, which there needs to be. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to open a short on dusk, and we're going to see what happens there, basically, because it's breaking across. We're going to assume that that's a bull trap. As of many before, just assuming that it's going to continue. When people assume that things are going to change, you can literally take that advice globally. Like, assuming something's going to change, chances are you'll be wrong. Whether it's financial, markets, personal, assuming something is going to change, you're more than likely going to be wrong. This is Simply Wall Street. I've sent them an email, 2 emails actually, to try and upgrade my plan. And what happens when I try and upgrade my plan? They're sorry, I've run into a bug. What happens when? So I'm just like, oh yeah, they keep telling me we've passed this on to our technical team, yada yada yada, waiting for things to change. They haven't. And anything. So what I want is like unlimited stocks to look at. Kano, brother. Bit distorted, mate. This is the mic. Thanks for the cheers, brother. It's probably this microphone, bro. I need one of those pro ones. So you've used, I'll just reply to you, matey. So who we got here? Still Steezy or fucking Paulie? Who's in here? Yo. So we'll look at calls and Woolworths. Yeah, what I was saying basically is I'm trying to get unlimited premium plan company view limit, right? So maybe premium, I can't remember what I did. Like whether I got the highest or the lowest or whatever. I think I just did free trial and then whatever rolls on from that. But I just want unlimited. I've only used 4 out of 30, so maybe maybe I should just chill with this. There you go. Bit of ice left, so better fucking dig it. One more, eh? Break the rule, 1 drink rule. Still 1 drink until the ice has melted. Alright, let's look at Coles and Woolies. So first off, we'll look at Coles. Coles Group. So what we're looking for here is a few things. So we'll slow it up. First, we'll look at Coles. We might take a little bit of a take a couple of notes here. So Coles. Sorry about that. Look at the chart after we look at the fundamentals. Revenue. Revenue, 40 billion. Cost of revenue, 30 billion. Gross profit. So that's that minus that. Gross profit, 10 billion. Other expenses, 5 billion. Earnings, 1 billion. As you could imagine, there's a fucking hell of a lot can't fucking... Cheers, Steezy, bruv. It's either like... The mic's either up high and distorted or super quiet. And... Nothing. Yo. So we look at Coles. So they make $1 billion a year. How's that, brother? All right. Thank you for the feedback. That's better. Yeah. See, look. Can't really show you. I probably can. Here you go. You might have seen it already when you were here, but. Those letters are Orcish, bro. I can't speak Orcish. I don't know what setting it's on. No, I need a better mic. I'll probably buy one tomorrow. Holy fuck. Alright, so view full report. Yes, we'll get 5 out of 30. So Coles compared to the rest of the competition versus PE ratio, price versus earnings. So price versus earnings ratio. Costco, you can't beat with Costco. Costco hot dog is goated. See, this shit warm is fucking rough. Walmart. The thing is, like, in my opinion, there we go. Yep. Just another reason to get a new mic. What's up, Steezy G? Shit, it might be the whiskey talking, but I love you, bro. One thing you got, Steezy, mate, is great ideas. All we got to do is put them into action, mate. That's the hard part. Your ideas is the easy part. Putting them into action is the hard part. Current price 15.5. You're in touch with the idea stream. You listen to Ray Dalio for a bit. He'll talk about meditating every single day. And how when he meditates and he closes off everything else, focuses on his breathing, that's when what's the word, not pioneering, like new ideas that have never been thought of before, they start passing him. This is Ray Dalio speaking here. New ideas that start passing him. One thing that happens on the whiskey, mate, is I struggle to grab words. So he closes his eyes, he meditates, he removes all thought process, and then he visualizes new ideas that he hasn't seen before. Other people probably hasn't seen before. Sort of like, I don't know if it's Joe Rogan or Lex Friedman, how they feel like, I think it's Joe. Joe said on his podcast before that he feels like ideas, there's like a parallel universe of ideas, or there's like ideas streaming outside your current thought, or like something like that, and all you got to do, and then you like tap into the same flow state that they're flowing in, or whatever the fuck, and then you can grab those ideas. Like, ideas sort of have a mind of their own. It's sort of like reaching into the nether and grabbing an idea, and that idea is alive, and that idea is almost like a parasite where it like takes over and has a go, and then if the idea doesn't have a good host, then it dies, sort of thing. So it's sort of like, you are often, maybe we share this in common, as am I, probably tapped into the idea space. But Ray Dalio, he says that meditation's like one of the key reasons why he fucking can
remove all ideas. And what he reckons he does is he taps in and focuses on his breathing, and then he sits there and looks at the ideas and rejects most of them. But maybe because he's so old and he's had so many ideas flow past him that he's just picky. But anyways, Coles, I want to fucking wrap this shit up, honestly, because... So, Coles, let's have a look at Coles. And maybe, like, pray for their downfall, I don't know. So, Coles, so we've looked at that, we're cruised down. Revenue just makes more and more every year. That's expected, inflation, etc. Earnings is like, just sits at basically 999.8 million. 1 billion. It scrapes the floor because obviously, like, revenue. I'm getting a bit dry lips here. Revenue's like everybody that goes at the groceries and buys something for $10, like Coles is only making $1 or $2 out of that or whatever. So obviously the revenue is going to be insane. We can sort of see here actually, it looks like Coles makes 25% on all. They aim to make 25% on all transactions because revenue, like dollars that pass through it, 40 billion. Wait, no. Wait, what am I saying? 40 times. Nah, don't worry about that. Forget that. Forget what I was just saying. I thought that was 4 billion for some reason. Don't worry about it. It's the fucking first tsunami on the Japanese shore. It's getting me. So one thing that's very important is free cash flow. From what I've heard from many people that have talked about looking for stocks, free cash flow. Things you can do with free cash flow affect the things that you can do with free cash flow affect the trajectory of the company long term. 1.3 billion. As opposed to earnings, so it's more than earnings. So that's a plus. We'll screw down earnings per share growth. Actual. So trending, well, bad year. They're not really looking for the highlight really, because we're going to flick over to Woolworths after this. Revenue breakdown. We're going to have a little look at that. Pause that potentially. Cost of sales costs a lot. So, you know what I mean? Like cost of sales. So, like wages. That's why they're deleting Sally from the checkout and putting in a self-serve. Revenue history, earnings, revenue history. Like, honestly, I don't even think this is fucking actually like 40 billion, 40 billion, 40 billion, 38 billion. This isn't keeping up with inflation. There's no way, because this is measured in Australian dollar. And I'll tell you what's happening with the Australian dollar. Something that you probably already know is that it's becoming worthless. Like all fiat currencies, it's becoming worthless. One more ice block would be alright. It's becoming worthless. So this isn't keeping up with inflation, because what's Australian inflation? I just watched the American markets basically so much. So what's Australian inflation? Not keeping up with that. So, And you know, if Coles were to increase their prices so much to keep up with inflation, which I thought they were, but revenue over 6 months, 1 year, whole year, which is basically only gone up less than $1 billion, 39.7 to 40.5, less than $1 billion. Which, like, obviously is a lot of money, but we're talking percentages here, right? So that's like fucking, what is it? 5% to 2.5%. Like, inflation's been more than 2.5%. So the revenue, in my opinion, or even their earnings, which is not that either, needs to at least keep up with inflation. Something that I'm missing, perhaps. Return on equity, Coles Group, consumer retailing. Coles is above on return on equity. Return on equity considered high. Return on assets, Coles Group, consumer retailing. So these metrics, Coles looks good, but if we go back to the start, they ain't got shit on American Walmart or Costco, because, you know, Costco's got that hot dog.
Coles ain't got no hot dog. All Coles has got is that fucking peanut almond section with a couple of lollies in it where you flick the lid open and grab a handful and put it in your mouth. That's all it's got. And that cannot compete with a $2 hot dog. $2.50 I think it is, maybe $3.50. If you look at the balance sheet, physical assets, other liabilities, inventory, all that sort of shit, and you see a corner of debt, that is considered very bullish. Coles has been around for so fucking long that like you'd probably expect them to have a low debt. I believe Coles is Australian. I was going to say Coles is South African, but I think it's Woolworths is South African and Coles is Australian. Well, it's sort of like if you buy a house and you've had a house for 40 years, you expect the debt to be low, unless they're taking new debt. But why would Coles need to take new debt? They're basically putting every fucking person out of... See you, Steezy, mate. I probably won't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what time we get to sleep, brother. But I'd love to see you there. We'll see how we go. I'll see how I feel. I want to. Let's check the weather. Probably not on stream. I'll check the weather after. Nah, fuck it. No one's watching. We'll have a little look. Wind hella low in the morning. And waves hella up. Alright. Cruise down. Management. CEO. CEO makes 3.3 million a year. Where was dividend? Dividend yield. Growth of payments. Dividend. So dividend makes 4.2%. Not too bad. Not too bad. 4.2%. That's like 4% is the minimum that I want to see. 4% industry average yield, 3.5. See, that's why people don't invest in this shit. 4.2%. It's like sort of like the minimum that you want to see. Move down. See, they're holding a bit. 68% cash payout to shareholders. They're holding on. CEO gets a bit. We're going to see insider shares. So, who's this? Scott Price, who's an individual. He is a member of the board. He bought $325,000 worth of Coles on the 24th of August. The ownership breakdown is that it's 70% general public, and BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard, the people that fucking print and own the money, and money just basically is what it is what it isn't, is what it isn't. So money is what they decide it to be. That's pretty much people that only have very, very, very small allocations, very tinny, 0.01%. Like you'd be like a regular Joe would say, why bother? You know what I mean? 0.01. So you've got like, say you got 100 grand. 1%. What's 1% of 100 grand? 1 grand. What's 0.1%? 100 bucks. What's 0.01%? 10 bucks. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know, obviously they've got like $10 trillion, so 0.01% is probably a couple, like 100 million, but you know what I mean? It's just like, ugh. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Number of employees, you want to see this trending up, 118k, 120k, 120k. It's not trending up. We're gonna have a look at Woolworths, and then we'll fuck off. Actually, we need to look at these at the chart. I knew this would fucking take ages. Revenue, basically the same. Gross profit, I think that was higher. Woolworths. Yep, same shit. More than Coles. We'll zip through this. Current price, fair value. Not great to see. Future earnings and growth. Revenue, more money. Earnings, a little bit more. They make more money than Coles does. A lot of X's. Earnings per share. See, we've been on this for a while, so screenshot that. Have a look. Other 102 million. New Zealand food, big W. Hand in a lot of pies. Hand in a lot of pies. Cruise down, financial health, assets, liabilities. Here we go. Cash and equivalents. Nah, we missed the free cash flow. Be the same sort of shit. Oh. Ooh, trending up. 1 billion, 2 billion, 2 point. I'm almost about to pick. Look at this. Look at the see how stagnant Coles was, and then see how uptrending Woolworths is in all aspects. Not only is it making revenue 50 billion, revenue like 15% more, you know, so that's like 30% or 20 something percent, plus free cash flows going up. I'm liking this already. Let's have a little look at the dividend. Same sort of shit going on here. A little square corner of debt, growth of payments. You can pause anything that you like. Management, CEO gets paid twice as much. Buys and sells, few buys, few sells, 6 to 9 months ago, and then a big $64 million worth from Vanguard. They sold 8 million for whatever reason at this price, and they rebought. Holy shit. Vanguard's in heavily. 69 mil. General public institutions, same, 2% less. Number of employees, gone down a bit through COVID, 215k. They were hit by COVID hard. Load at 197, 200k. So maybe they're trending up. Maybe they're rehiring. Where's the dividend? Is there no dividend? Dividend. Oh no, I missed it. Dividend market. Is there no dividend? Is there no dividend? Is there no dividend? Oh no, there's a dividend. It's right in front of me. 2.6%. Oh, so you got like Coles that looks worse with a higher dividend, and then you've got Woolworths that looks better with a fucking dog shit 2.8% dividend. I honestly don't know now. It's sort of like one cancels out the other deal. Shit, man, I don't really want to hold something. Analysts forecasted to go higher, 3 point something, but 2 point like. All right, anyways, let's have a look at the fucking charts, and then this might answer. Coles ASX, hanging for a piss. Coles AXS, look at that shit. I'm not fucking touching that shit at all. Look at that. Look at the range, like we talked about previously. This is distribution. Holy fuck! Wow. So it's been in this range for 3 years, basically. An entry here is betting that it's going to continue a range, that, or something like that, exactly like that. So this is like not a bad entry. Like it's a good entry if you consider that, but otherwise it's going down to here, $11. So if you're entering here, you enter with like 50% or less, like 40% maybe. And then either if you like, if it goes up, if 40% is good, makes money, and if it goes down, then you enter with more. Things are happening on the fucking stock market. Is this the same? Oh, this is a bit more fucking. This is a bit more volatile. Same sort of range, but it looks way stronger. Way stronger. It's not at bottom. It's not at the bottom of the range either. Worse. So we said that, and like it's above 200. It's just basically been in a non-stop uptrend. I want to buy this more, and I want to buy it in the bottom side of this range. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set an alert for Woolworths for the next low. I want to see when it goes down to this area, and then I'll enter with like 40% basically. But Coles, maybe Coles, yeah. See, so, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to sleep on this, you know, because obviously we've been looking at it for about 20 minutes, and you can't make a good decision in 20 minutes. So I'm gonna think about these. But I've set an alert, and the Coles one I'll be thinking about first because it's at the buy area. It's at the buy area, and Coles ain't going nowhere. And even if there is like a recession and some severe problems, Coles is going to increase the security and probably make more money continually. So I like Coles. I like Coles, but you know, not for much. Not for much. Couple grand, just chill. Just as like a quiet one, a chill one. Just a little one, because you're not going to make a heap off the dividend either, you know what I mean? 4% better on the Coles. Woolworths, shit. For Woolworths, you want a good entry for it to make any money, because Woolworths is 2%. That's fucking dog shit. So you want to be buying around here. Otherwise, it's not worth it at all. Otherwise, it's not worth it at all. Anyways, peace and love. That's fucking probably the longest stream yet. We'll finish this. Fuck. If you've hung around this long, you deserve to see that. I basically inhaled that. Fuck yeah. Fucking breathed in at the same time I swallowed. Woo! What a rush. Cheers, peace and love.